Spouses of Reddit, what's the funniest thing you've realized about marriage? That you can find someone incredibly sexy and amazing, even after sharing moments that you never thought you'd be in pre-marriage. Something about building trust and experiencing life together. My husband watched me inadvertently poop while I was delivering our son, and helped me go to the bathroom and clean during postpartum healing, yet he still thinks I'm crazy sexy. Just last night he took off all of his clothes and bent over so I could check out his winter rash due to cold weather on his butt and thighs. And I think he has a hot body, rash or no rash. There's always one spouse who has a higher tolerance for, let's call it clutter, than the other. That's me in my marriage. I'm 80 of the time the one who gets asked to put this away, or help clean that. It's frustrating for me because I just want to sit on the couch. It's frustrating for my wife because she feels like she always has to ask me before I'll do anything. Which isn't true, my timetable is just calibrated differently than hers. I'm slowly realizing he's becoming his dad and I'm okay with it, woman shrugging. The way he stands, the fiscal conservancy and clothing choices. I like his dad very much but would never want to be married to him. But I'm loving this version of him. He's so practical and cute. Smart, and once I get a gummy in him it's hysterical. Smiley face. But I admit I have a competency porn addiction. He's so good at anything he turns his hand to, I can't resist him. Heart, that look we give one another. Whether in public, in front of our friends or family, watching TV, if we give each other that look we know exactly what the other thinks based off of the situation. It's gotten so good we have almost started to laugh because we in sync turn to one another to give that look. I don't know when it started or how, but it's iconic to me. Hair. How is it I'm bald and she's got so much? She's got a full head of hair and still I find her hair everywhere else in the house. How does her hair get around my balls or in my ass? Nothing makes sense anymore. I can make a pet cat out of the hairballs I've found. Not to mention the monsters I've had to pull out of the sink drain. My wife, I feel like eating something. Not sure what. Me, I know exactly what you want. I go off to get her, make it usually the latter. See, how did you know that was what I wanted? Hit the spot. I am sure that we share the same gut microbiome by now, and that is making our eating decisions for us. I love my spouse more than anything in the world, but I am so thankful that we do not work together. If doing any projects around the house such as hanging a shelf or curtain rod is any indication of how that would go, it is best that she is a banker and I am a healthcare worker. How many people get married who shouldn't? If your spouse suddenly changes once you marry them, you didn't know them well enough to make that commitment. Maybe that isn't funny to everyone, but my partner and I are in the fortunate position of laughing about it. That having a conversation while one is sitting on the toilet and the other is showering or brushing their teeth is normal. Gross things such as farting, popping pimples, etc. are normal once you've been together 10 years and nothing phases you anymore. That it doesn't matter how much effort you've put in last year or the year before. It doesn't stack. If you don't maintain the same level of effort, the marriage falls apart. So don't go in so strong that you won't be able to maintain without resentment. I have a zany side in me, really corny and silly, and we always laugh when that comes out. My husband does too at times, but he is more introverted than I. I love that we have our own in jokes and we'll reference them years later. You don't need to suffer with children. You can keep your money, enjoy your free time, have less stress and a great relationship with your spouse. All without the drain of a child. Society needs children. You don't have to make them. You really do grow closer together over time. You are forever just one food poisoning viral illness birth experience away from loving your person inside and out on a whole new level that you both probably never imagined. Smiley face. I shower more often than my wife, me every night before bed without fail, but you'd never guess that if you saw the sheets on my side of the bed, which are remarkably more faded than hers. And yes, we wash the sheets. We start to act like each other. Now we're both the loud guy at the sports bar just like him, we both talk to the cat the same way, and we both say the same snarky comments when we're driving. He got those from me. That no one knows how to press your buttons like your spouse. I'm not bothered by comments most people say, but my husband sure does know how to say the right thing at the wrong time to set me off. Same thing with him. Just today, my husband plucked 2 errant hairs from my nose. This is marriage. Having someone to tell you when the hairs in your nose need attention and then pitching in to help. My spouse and I are actually really funny to each other. We have lots of inside jokes and lots of fun like that. We also love to lightly poke fun at each other. When the last kid leaves home, randomness often returns. Never did it on the pool table when the kids were growing up. Mark that one off the list. Half our communication is just rehashing the same inside jokes we've had for decades. And they're still terrible, but also the best thing ever. When you're married to the right person, you'll have a funny moment every day. We have so many stupid jokes no one else could understand. We still have what we call sleepover nights, where we accidentally stay up too late talking and laughing about whatever. You really do have to pick your battles. There are little things you just gotta live with if you want to be happier. You'll spend years rehashing the same arguments, i.e. how someone drives, how to raise kids, how to dress, etc. My spouse is the greatest gal ever. But sometimes I will think, when did Sybil show up in my marriage? Lol. That marriage is awesome, it's just our parents who made it seem like they regret everything in life. That something is wrong if he doesn't intentionally or intentionally fart on you in the morning. The truth that you will eventually find your partner insufferable and still love them is true. That about 90% of all our fighting revolves around which way we go somewhere via Google Maps. Comedian Nate Bargatze has a few good observations about this you should look into. After the ring went on her finger, the sex was cut down a whole lot. Captain Picard was right, you can do everything right and still lose. That my husband thinks wife and external memory are synonyms. Once that ring goes on her finger, she forgets how to give a BJ. It's much easier than the miserable folks want you to believe. As the years go on, you look more and more like each other.